my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, I'm going to show you my team free to play that I was able to 3-star hard on for Protect the Desserts event. Before we get started, subscribe to the channel, notification bell so you don't miss a video when we live stream. Hit the thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. I love you guys and girls. My Hero Academia is an awesome anime. All right, so I got one other thing that I want to address, but I'm going to address that towards the end of the video. I have a bunch of people in the comment section questioning when it comes to UI High Class 1A and then UA High School Student. These are two different types. So a lot of people think that they're the same. They're not the same. I'm going to show you towards the end an example of why they aren't the same and why if you attach one buff to a certain type of character, you do not get the buff. They're completely two different types. All right, but before we do that, we're going to jump into what everyone is pretty much here for the most part, and that is this event. So let me go and show you what I was able to do. We're going to go to the quests, and right here you'll see we 3-starred hard. We are now on Boss Quest Very Hard. We are 100% free to play. Didn't spend no money in this game at all, so it is very doable. Now I'm going to go over my team. Now the biggest thing that I was having a problem with when it came to 3-starring hard was when I was doing it on auto battle, I was always getting like so close to winning, and then one of my characters would end up dying and I'd only get 2 stars. So what I'm gonna really suggest is if you are struggling with 3-starring hard, you really need to play it manually and read all of your hero's abilities, and you need to chain them in certain orders. So it took me a bit of time to figure out my combination for my characters, but once I did, it was easy peasy, 3-starred it, no problem. Now this is by no means the best team for this. These are just the characters I have. I wasn't ridiculously lucky in my pulls. You may have better characters. But one thing that I'm gonna really say is important for this event is if you have the counter type. So you really need an intelligence, the green cap icon characters, because you put out a lot more damage because of that. I mean, it's easily over an extra 500 damage. You have the counter. So I have 2 of the green caps, 2 intelligent types, and then I'm just using my ultra rare, my only ultra rare character I have because he's ridiculously strong. You'll see 85 out of 85. For her, it is 75 out of 75, and then finally 70 out of 70. We also do have grape juice awakened, and we also have our decisiveness version of her awakened as well. We have our ultra rare up to board 5 for his basic, up to power 70 working on speed. And then if we take a look at the peace route, we have it up to level up skill. So 1 2 3 4. Our next one is all stats up, but 40 puzzle pieces is a lot. For the basic route, we managed to get to number 5. We are about to level up her skill right here. And then for her hero pieces, we have it up to 3. So we unlock the additional skill, all stats up, and unlock level limit as well. Pretty much the same, all at level 5 right here. Not as high as some of the other ones. We're only at the speed part. We definitely need 1 2 3 4 5 more. And then if we take a look at the hero pieces, I only did the first one to get that special skill unlocked. Now the memories I'm using are really important. I'm going to show off these 3 memories. For our ultra rare character, we have regenerates character HP by 25%. We do have this memory limit breaked twice. You'll see it is at level 2, so we get that bonus extra HP regeneration to 25%, and decreases a single opponent's power by 10% for 3 turns. This was very important. Gives us more survivability in the long run. For this one, we have Girls Love Sweets, also at level 2, limit breaked. Increase the character's max HP by 20%, and then an extra 20 because it is a female character. So that's a 40% increase in her HP. You'll notice it is ridiculously high, which is very important for these boss battles. Survivability is super important. And then finally for grape juice, we have this one, put the plan into action. Now I actually switched this one out because I originally was using this one right here. This is the one that I talked about in my last video, and I was using this one to get the extra plus ultra gauge increase by 20%. But I recently unlocked put the plan into action memory, and this one is definitely a lot better. So not only do we regenerate the character's HP by a percentage, 20% for 3 turns, but this was a big game changer. It also increases the character's critical hit rate by 15% when equipped by a male character. Of course, he's male. So we have stuff like increased character's power by 7%, skill impact by 25%. I mean, this was a huge game changer. I mean, this really helped out, especially if you can get really good rolls. Like we had this one, increased character's plus ultra gauge by 15% when the battle starts. I mean, that is so important. I was able to get his ultimate ability, his ultra gauge power off at least twice during the battle just because of this alone. And then protection shot, we also get like character's max HP increase, reduced skill damage. A lot of this stuff is very important, these EX abilities. I mean, look at this battle power. And then the same thing with the other characters as well. They're not as high, but still they were very big game changers. So I definitely say if you're struggling, try and get those EXs. In fact, for Grape Juice, I didn't even have a defense one on. Look, I got to put one of these defensive ones on. Now, when I was using these characters, I had to manually do the abilities, because if you don't do it manually, a lot of the times when I had it on auto, the computer would use like 2 of their speed down effects at the same time. So for Grape Juice and the girl, they both have these special abilities that kind of decrease your opponent's speed, and you don't want them both to chain at the same time. Another thing that also happens a lot is that Grape Juice has this ability where he hides and he doesn't take any damage. And you need to be careful with that, because what you want to do is you want to spread the damage out throughout your 3 characters. If you always have Grape Juice hidden, then your 2 other characters are always going to get attacked, and it's going to really reduce their HP a lot, and you have a higher chance that one of them is going to get knocked out, and then you're only going to 2-star that level. So because of that, there were times where I didn't use his ability to hide him. I actually just used a basic attack for him, so that way he would still soak up some of the damage, and then when his HP was starting to get a little bit lower, then I would use the ability to hide, and then way he would, you know, not take as much damage. So for this instance, we are going to be using this memory room showcase competition. Now it says, if equipped by a UA high class 1A character, increase their plus ultra gauge by 20% when battle starts. Now you're going to notice I'm going to put it on a character that says they're a UA high class 1A character, and you're going to see the increase in their pulse gauge. And then we're going to do a battle where we put this on a character that just says they're a high school student, and you're going to notice that their ultra gauge does not increase. You'll see it says UA high school student. We're going to use him, and then we'll use this other version of Grape Juice. This is like a rare, a normal one. This one says UA high class 1A. So you're going to notice the difference. All right, so here we go. We got them paired up. So here we are at the beginning of the match. For this character, remember, this was the high school student character when the memory says it increases their gauge for a high class 1A. So you'll see it's very low, doesn't look like a difference at all, hardly. Now, let me show you the difference when we put it on the proper character. You'll see the 20% increase, and we still have the same exact memory. You'll notice a UA high class 1A character, all right? Now you'll see the difference, all right? Look at the lightning bolt. You'll see. There it is. It went up higher. You see? They're 2 different things. High school class students are not the same as the 1A students. That is it for today, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button to subscribe. Peace. Stay happy. Stay safe, my friends.